celebrating the same women you claim you don't want to marry. Real posts, real problems, real people. It's tea time. So grab your favorite cup of tea or whatever it is you like to drink, and let's spill the tea and clean it up. Let's go. Okay, what's up, visionaries? I'm Tonya, one half of TNL.J Relationship Coaching. And boy, do I got us one today.
Men reward promiscuity, they reward toxicity, they reward non-traditional values, but then they claim they want a good woman. And then you're like, this is strange. What they're saying and what they're doing is different. Look at what they're saying. They want good traditional women, but look at what they're investing in. They're investing in the woman with her entire body out, and a lot of the other things men will say is, I want a natural woman, no makeup. But you see who they're following on Instagram. It's nothing but surgeries, fillers, this, that, and the other. And it's like, well, you're saying this, but what are you actually investing your time and energy into and your resources into?
Men say it all the time. Ain't no good women out here no more. The modern women don't know how to cook. They don't know how to clean. They don't respect us. And they don't want to submit. I wonder why. But here's the truth that ain't nobody willing to say, y'all the ones who's feeling the very thing that you complain about in a modern woman. Okay, so you got to be always 100 with yourself, men. You driving the modern woman initiative. You the one who making that thing spiral and spike, because every time you scroll on Instagram, TikTok, any social media, you tapping the like, you following, and you hyping up the same half naked woman or the same behavior you swear you don't want in a wife, but you liking it and you loving it. But that ain't what you want for a wife. It's confusing. It's totally confusing, okay? So men, you can't complain about what you secretly celebrate. You celebrate these things, and numbers don't lie. That's one thing we know for sure, that numbers don't lie, and algorithms are numbers. So they don't lie either. And social media build a supply and demand off of this. So every like and every follow that you like, that you drop, that you hit that button, you demanding to see this thing up in your face again and again. And it gives more of this promiscuity. It gives more of the so-called modern day woman that you don't like, the half naked women, whatever you liking on, that's what you're gonna get, and that's what social media is gonna put in up in the face. All right, but when you doing these things, you gotta think about our daughters. You gotta think about our nieces. If you don't got no daughters, think about your nieces, and think about the young women that's coming up. The things that they see that's getting rewarded is what they do. So what do you think, they're gonna imitate? They're gonna imitate what they see popping, what's being liked, what's getting the follows. Because in this modern day, that's all that seems to matter to people, is the likes, the follows, no, at any cost. If it's getting me attention, if it's what I need to big myself up, and if I don't look like them, then I'm going to get like them so I can get like them, if you get what I'm saying. So is that what you want to see in your daughter? Is that what you want to see in your niece? If not, then change the narrative, man. You shaping what they believe. And what they believe is that this type of behavior has value. You can't cry about the harvest when you're the one that's planting the seeds. Again, you can't cry about the harvest if you're the one planting the seeds. And for those of you who don't understand that, it's what I've been saying the whole time. If you see a woman that's half naked, twerking, putting herself all out there, and you all buddy, all loving it, liking it, then you planting a seed in her mind and in everybody else's mind, the younger generation, even probably the older generation too. You planting bad seeds that this is what we want. This is what we want. So you can't choose both. You can't be like, oh, I like this. I like this woman enough to, to be my girlfriend or to hit it or something, but this ain't what I want in a wife. What's wrong with all the women? Why they can't be traditional? Hmm. So let's take it to the Bible because biblical foundation is definitely key. The Bible says, do not conform to the patterns of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. And if you don't know where to find that, that's Romans 12 and 2. And that's deep. In this uh, perspective, the patterns of the world is you men liking all this stuff that the women are doing, the promiscuous women, the women with the funky stuff on, the women that's not really, valuing themselves on social media. You putting it out there like it's what's up. All right, so you conforming to the world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Do a new thing. Renew your mind. That woman that you see that's casual, that woman that you see that's carrying herself right on social media, give her a like, give her a heart, give her a follow. Let's change the narrative. It's time. It's been time. Okay. Also, don't be deceived. God is not mocked. A man reaps what he sows. If I need to break that down, a man reap what he sows. So if you sowing into a woman on social media or anywhere else for that matter, who's promiscuous, who's twerking, who's only in it for money, then that's what you're going to get. You're going to reap that. And you might reap it in a way that you don't want to reap it in your daughter later on in the future or in one of your family members. And there's nothing you can do or nothing you can say because you're the one who planted that seed. So you reaping what you sow. Flee from sexual immorality. You were bought with the price. So glorify God in your body. 1 Corinthians 6, 18 through 20. Now, men, I'm not saying that you were you know, actually putting these clothes on the women, which you might as well. But because us women, we got to have some self-control as well. But men, I bet you if you, for a week, if one of y'all started a challenge with other men to go find some other ladies, some casual ladies, some ladies that's about their business, the ladies that, and I'm not saying ladies that dress funky and all that stuff ain't about their business, but we know why they got the likes. We know why they got the follows. Let's give another woman that. Let's give somebody who ain't that appealing some follows. Ain't that appealing to you some follows. Who ain't dressing all funky some follows. Who don't twerk every day some follows. Who don't stick out their tongue and do all that mess some follows. Give somebody casual, somebody who's being a lady, that traditional lady that you're looking for. Give her that like. I challenge you to do so. God is clear on what you sow, you will reap. Okay? If you keep sowing lust, don't be surprised when you can't find love. It's nothing new under the sun. You only looking for lust. All right. So no, you're not gonna find love if you keep applying what's going on. If you keep applying women who only want you for money or women who only do it for likes and social follows, then don't be shocked when you can't find a virtuous woman. If you don't, if you keep glorifying flesh, then don't expect to find faith. All right. So, men, if you really want wives, mothers, and women of virtue, start celebrating them. Stop saying these no Proverbs 31 women, ain't none left, when you won't even clap for the ones that are. Because there are plenty, myself being one, but I'm a Proverbs 31 woman for my husband. But they right in front of you. Open your eyes. Serving God, raising families, they building businesses, they standing in integrity. But for some reason, single moms, they get it the worst. And to me, they the most virtuous women because they cook for their man, they clean for their man, they got a kid, so more than likely they ain't trying to dress all funky and be all, twerking and all that. Now, don't get me wrong, I've seen it. I have seen it. But stop knocking single women, single mothers. I was a single woman. For you single mothers out there, I was a single woman, single mother, and God sent me Lamont, and we got together, and we became unstoppable. Okay? It's different single women. Some single women, they might be on their ghetto. They might be on their, they might not be a full whole woman yet. But that doesn't mean that they can't become full and whole. And that doesn't mean put them down. That just means move along, move on. But don't count single women out. Okay? You can't keep desiring Jezebel, but demanding Ruth. You got to pick a side. What you want? What you going to do? And ladies, let's not get comfortable pointing fingers at the men. We got a whole bunch of work to do too. Titus 2 tells us that older women, we need to teach the younger women to be self-controlled, pure, loving, and kind, and God-fearing. But I see us older women on social media just as bad as the teenagers, as the young adult women. Y'all out there twerking. Y'all out there doing anything for likes. They do anything for likes. They do anything for likes. Come on, get with it. The world is evolving. The world is changing. Like I said before, you reap what you sow. So even for us women, do you want to be one of them older women up there twerking and your son see you or your nephew see you and they picking on him or something? I mean, just even though it really don't matter what people say, there's a way to carry yourself. And a lot of times people think that we just living for us. No, we living for other people. We living for generations behind us. So we got to show them how it's done. If we don't change the narrative, man, my grandchildren, our grandchildren are going to be doomed. So we got to change the narrative now. Okay? So women, Titus 2, if we need to look it up in the Bible, Titus 2 tells us older women to teach the younger women to be self-controlled, pure, loving, kind, and God-fearing. I say again, that means we got to model something different. We got to move around different. We can't just criticize the younger generation and call them fast. We got to mentor them. We got to guide them. And we got to walk with them. We just can't stand there and talk about them. We got to do something, because if we don't disciple them or if we don't lead them, then TikTok will, then Instagram will, or the man will. And if we don't affirm them, guess what? Culture gonna confirm them. If we don't teach them that they worth more than gold, more than silver, more than a like, more than a follow, then the world is definitely gonna sell them as a cheap version of their worth. Man. So, in closing my tea time today, before I close, hold up. Wait. Thank you so much for joining the channel. Thank you for all the new subscribers. If you get anything out of this, be sure to like, comment, and share. And it's tea time. And what you drinking? My cup somewhere around here. I got coffee again. It's been a long day. So I got me some black coffee. I'm telling the story. I hate black coffee. I gotta have sugar and cream. I got coffee with cream, not sugar. I hate sweet coffee too. I don't like it sweet. But anyway, this is my final thought. Let's clean this thing up. So here's the real tea. Men, change what you celebrate. Women, let's change what we teach together. We can change the narrative. It's so important. The Bible tells us in Proverbs 14:1 that a wise woman builds her house with her own hands. The foolish ones tears her down. That's deep right there. A wise woman builds her house, but with her own hands, the foolish one tears her down. Well, the same is true for men. A wise man builds his legacy. But guess what a foolish one do? A foolish one tears it down with his clicks. Oh, I like her. Look what she doing. I like her. Look what she got on. She twerking. Oh, I can't wait to see the next one. Oh, follow. But I don't want to wife her though. I hit that. I date her. Hey, but I don't like her though. That ain't how I want my wife. If that ain't how you want your wife, stop. Don't make it your life thing to be following and liking these posts. Because truth be told, it's even married men who do that. They go liking on other women posts. How do you think they make your woman feel? She know. Us women, we know. All right, so every like is a seed. So every time you go liking a post, I want you to think of it as a seed that you dropping down when you liking a promiscuous post, or a woman who half naked, or a woman who twerking. Every follow, it's an offering. All right, it's an offering. Every share is a discipleship. So I'm gonna leave you with this question. What you teaching the next generation with your attention? Truth be told, whatever you applaud today is exactly what you gonna see tomorrow, whether that be with your daughters, with your nieces, with your cousins. So be careful where you put your first foot. All right. If you're looking for a woman, a traditional woman, act like it. Go on like some of them traditional women post. Women, let's teach our younger ladies how it's done. And this has been another tea time. I'm going to see you next week. Same time, same place. But until then, I'm going to just sip my little tea. See you on the next one.